Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and I am back every single day to keep you updated with all of this information that is literally changing on a daily basis. Not only that, I'm here to help out and be your daily advocate for anybody in this community and for those of you who are low income or living on a fixed income like I just mentioned. So make sure to subscribe right down below the video and share this video with your friends, family, and social media so we can continue to help out as many people as we can during this very difficult time. Thank you, the Vice President, and multiple people throughout the Senate and the House of Representatives. And I will see all of you again in just a couple minutes after Corey reads these 3 letters to you.
Letter number 1. Dear President Biden, on behalf of our community, consisting of over 290,000 people, we are reaching out to ask for your support in providing desperately needed relief. We represent a small fraction of the over 70 million Americans who are older adults or those with disabilities living on a small fixed income provided by Social Security, SSDI, SSI, and/or VA benefits. Our small monthly fixed incomes simply are not covering the basic necessities anymore with the rapidly rising prices in the economy. We are joining your 53 Democratic colleagues in the House of Representatives, 21 Democratic senators, and 6 members of the House Ways and Means Committee to urge you to include a 4th direct payment along with monthly recurring payments to low-income individuals in your American Families Plan. To make this as simple as possible, we are asking the following from you and your Democratic colleagues. 1. A one-time $2,000 direct payment to those with an income under $40,000 per year. 2. A $600 monthly recurring direct payment starting on July 15, 2021 for anyone with income under $40,000 per year who do not qualify for the child tax credit. 3. Include adult dependents for the above stated direct payments versus the person claiming them. 4. Increase SSI payments to 100% of the federal poverty level. And 5. Institute a minimum guaranteed benefit for all Social Security beneficiaries at 100% of the federal poverty line, along with a 3% minimum guaranteed COLA raise each year. Our requests are simple and consistent with other requests you've received from your Democratic colleagues. Our country is experiencing a great divide right now, with millionaires being minted at a record pace and others who are struggling to put food on the table. The lowest income individuals we represent, who are living on a small fixed income, are the ones who are being adversely impacted the most during this difficult time. We make up the most vulnerable and high-risk segment of the population, and we believe, as well as your administration, that no older adult or person with a disability should ever need to live in poverty in America. Please refer to the enclosed letters for further evidence from your Democratic colleagues. Our community is primarily made up of low-income individuals who are living on Social Security, SSDI, SSI, or VA benefits. Our concerns are as follows, along with some actionable steps to help alleviate some of the stressors. Concerns. 1. Financial support that is being offered on a broad spectrum through programs such as the CTC, Enhanced Unemployment Benefits, PPP, and EIDL grants. These programs do not offer support to low-income individuals without children or a business. 2. The rapidly rising prices due to inflation, which is deteriorating the purchasing power of our already limited monthly stipend. And 3. The lack of effort to reform Social Security and SSI to grant a higher benefit that more accurately reflects the rising cost of living. Action steps. 1. Immediately issue a 4th stimulus check in the amount of $2,000 to low-income individuals, couples, and older and adult dependents with an annual income under $40,000 not to be included as income or resources. 2. Offer a $600 monthly direct payment to individuals, couples, and adult dependents earning under $40,000 starting in July and extending through the remainder of 2021. If payments start at a later date, the payments will be retroactive to July. 3. Promptly work to reform Social Security and the SSI program to increase benefits to a livable amount, which would be no less than $1,073 per month. That is 100% of the federal poverty level. And 4. Establish a minimum SNAP benefit in the amount of $200 per person per month. It continues to concern us to see that families earning $150 to $1,000 per year are receiving monthly checks as a result of the child tax credit, while low-income individuals living on a fixed income are overlooked. The administration has stated that no older adult or people with disabilities should ever need to live in poverty in America, but sadly, that is exactly what is happening to millions of Americans right now. Please consider the action steps as outlined above and bring immediate relief to millions of struggling Americans, people with disabilities, and beneficiaries of Social Security, SSDI, SSI, and VA benefits. We are reaching out to address some urgent concerns. The The fixed monthly benefits for millions of federal beneficiaries are simply too low. The Social Security, SSDI, and SSI programs haven't been reformed in decades, resulting in an inequitable standard of living for millions of Americans. I'm reaching out to offer the following suggestions to these programs in accordance with the needs of my community and millions of other struggling Americans. 1. Raise Social Security retirement, disability, and survivors to a minimum guaranteed benefit of 125% of the federal poverty line, as President Biden has suggested in his plan. 2. Raise SSI benefits to 100% of the federal poverty line and remove the marriage penalty as suggested in the SSI Restoration Act. 3. If the two above suggestions cannot be filled, offer a $200 per month raise for all beneficiaries until a permanent solution can be implemented. 4. Include an annual 3% guaranteed minimum COLA raise for all beneficiaries. 5. Raises to benefits listed above will not be counted as income or resources and will therefore not offset other programs such as SNAP, utility assistance, and rental assistance. And 6. Implement a minimum $200 per month SNAP benefit per beneficiary. I have reached out in 2 separate letters calling on a $2,000 stimulus check for lower income individuals who earn under $40,000 of annual income. Millions of Americans are still struggling during this time and need immediate relief in the reform of a $2,000 stimulus check followed up with a permanent solution by raising benefits as suggested above. Please do what is right and issue additional support for low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries before it's too late. Thank you, Matt. Advocate from the Blind to Billionaire YouTube channel.
All right, so there are the 3 letters. As you can see, there is a heavy emphasis on a $2,000 stimulus check, monthly recurring payments, and, very importantly, permanent raises to beneficiaries that I've been mentioning throughout this video, including Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, and RRB. Because as we all know, so many beneficiaries are receiving just a matter of a few $100s each and every month. $600, $800, $952, and $1,000 or even less. I would say the vast majority of people in this community probably receive less than $1,000 each and every month. Well, as we all know, President Biden, when he was campaigning, he said that no older adults or people with disabilities, as we said right there in the letters, should be living in poverty in America. Well, unfortunately, the federal poverty line right now is $1,073 each and every month. So if you're receiving less than that, unfortunately, you fall into the category of somebody that he has identified that should not be living in poverty. That's a really sad situation. Seriously, there's no other way to say it than it's just straight up sad that people are living in poverty in this country still. Apparently, this is the richest country in the world. Well, if that's the case, then why are people living in poverty? Why are millions of people living in poverty? Anyway, we don't need to get into the whole rant going on and on about this right now, but my point is, let's talk about these letters and what we're going to do going forward. So a couple weeks ago, in one of my videos, maybe it was in a couple videos actually, I said, desperate times call for desperate measures. Therefore, we're doing anything we possibly can to get through to Congress. Apparently, they're really hard to get through. I don't know. Maybe they're just stubborn. Maybe they don't do anything. Maybe they don't listen to the people. Who knows what the situation is? I'm not really sure. But I said we need to do something to get through to Congress and to continue to remind them on a regular basis that we need all of this. At a minimum, a $2,000 stimulus check. I would say at an absolute minimum, a $2,000 stimulus check. All right, so here's what I'm going to do going forward. And again, as I've said so many times in my videos, I want to do whatever I possibly can within my authority and within my ability to do whatever I can to help out all of you in this community. Not only being here on a daily basis to keep you updated, but stepping outside the box and kind of putting myself out there, doing what I can with, you know, the platform that we have here, the support that we have here, the impact, the influence that we have here, with the hundreds of thousands of subscribers that we have here on the channel. By the way, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe right down below the video. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these 3 letters. As you noticed, in a couple of these letters, there were some dates there that were kind of like, you know, the dates have already passed by now. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through these letters and I'm going to revise them just a little bit, as in I'm going to kind of fix up some of the dates in these letters. And then every single week going forward, yes, every single week going forward from now on, I'm going to start sending these letters out on a weekly basis to people in Congress. I'm literally going to inundate their mailboxes with these letters. Now, again, I've seen some comments down below saying, don't even waste your time. They're not going to read them. They're not going to open them. It's a waste of paper. It's a waste of stamps. Here's the thing. I get it. It might be a waste of paper. Okay, but here's the thing. If we can send out 100 letters, or, you know, I don't know, 100 letters, maybe let's just say 200 letters every month. I don't know, something like that. 50 letters a week, 200 letters a month, something like that. I get it. It's a lot of paper. I feel for the trees. Trust me, I planted a lot of trees in my life. Side note really quickly, back in the day for like 4 years in a row, my dad, brother, and I, we would plant 2,500 trees every single year for like 4 years in a row. That's a lot of work, by the way. A ton of work, and we would plant them by hand. So, total side note. Anyway, so I do know that it's a lot of paper, but here's the thing. As far as the stamps and the postage go, I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. I will pay for that. I do not care one bit. I'll do that. But here's the thing. We need to continue doing whatever we possibly can to reach out to Congress. Clearly, they don't respond to anybody on social media because I continue to reach out to them on Twitter, and of course, I continue to reach out to them here in these videos every single day. And it doesn't really seem like we're getting any response. So we need to step outside the box and do something kind of, out there a little bit to see if we can get their attention. Well, clearly, my one letter, I sent out these 3 letters, one time each. Well, actually, I sent out one of them another second time. So here's the thing. I've sent out these letters like 4 times. Okay, well, maybe they opened them, maybe they didn't. But it is now time to fill up their mailboxes going forward. So this is what I'm going to do. Why not? Seriously. All it takes is one person of massive influence, maybe like a Bernie Sanders, maybe like a Chuck Schumer, maybe like Elizabeth Warren or Nancy Pelosi, one of these people who is very influential and who has a lot of power in Congress, maybe even the president or the vice president, maybe one of those people, come out with and they read my letter. Maybe they just happen to open up one of my letters and they read it and they say, hey, I like it. We could issue a $2,000 stimulus check. Or maybe retired people, maybe older adults, seniors, people with disabilities, the elderly, maybe they could also benefit from monthly recurring payments, just like the child tax credit payments that are going on right now also. Or maybe they look at it and say, hey, yeah, we really should reform these programs and implement permanent raises to all these beneficiaries. All I'm saying is all it's going to take is one person of major influence to open up the letter and say, I kind of agree. This is a good point here. Let's go along with this. That's all it would take is one person. So we're going to start doing this going forward. We need to do something very important going forward right now because here's the thing. The reconciliation bill is on the table. The door is open and it's open for suggestions. Well, guess what? I have a suggestion. In fact, I have a few suggestions written right in these letters. So since the door is open for suggestions, I might as well throw mine in there as well, right? And here's the thing. Worst case scenario, they don't open my letters. They don't respond to my letters. They don't do anything. That'd be the worst case scenario. Or maybe we get something out of these letters. It's worth a try. I mean, seriously, we don't know unless we try. So we have to try. Otherwise, if I don't send anything out, it's a guarantee that no one's going to read them because if they don't receive the letter, they can't read a letter that they didn't receive. You know what I mean? So anyway, these will be going out on a weekly basis going forward, starting now. Starting immediately, they will start going out on a weekly basis. I'll just keep throwing them in the mail each and every week. Just throw a stack in the mail. Stack in the mail, stack in the mail. Every single week, a stack in the mail. Yes. That is what we'll be doing here. And of course, I will continue doing anything else I can to come up with some creative ideas and some creative options to reach out to these people in Congress and just do whatever I can. But along the way, I will continue to keep you updated. So again, make sure to subscribe right down below the video if you haven't done so yet. Share this video with your friends, family, social media so we can continue to help out those people as well. And again, stay tuned for all of the latest updates right here on the channel as I will be here for you every single day with all of this information. Thanks again. You're amazing. I truly appreciate it. Amazing. I truly appreciate it. Amazing.